Yo, it's me, it's VPP, coming back at you with another LeBron James fan reaction to Michael Jordan's documentary series, The Last Dance. Episodes 3 and 4 this week focused on Dennis Rodman and the legendary coach, Phil Jackson. I went in very excited for this, especially Dennis Rodman. I've always been intrigued by him because he's just a crazy dude. I consider myself a crazy dude. And going into episode 3, I don't even know. I was fired up. But I'm even a LeBron fan. Like, I'm supposed to be some toxic hater on the internet. And I'm not. Excuse me. God damn, dude. Water.
What the fuck?
So what I learned from this episode, well, really what it covered was Michael Jordan and his young Chicago Bulls teams in the late 80s taking on those bad boy Pistons, trying to get by them and ultimately losing. Something that was documented on ESPN before. Really centered around the development of Rodman as well. What it showed me as a LeBron fan, well, the main LeBron fight, the main LeBron argument were those Michael Jordan playoff years before when he didn't really have help. Just getting knocked out of the playoffs by these Piston-leg teams. A lot of Jordan guys always make that argument about how LeBron wouldn't survive the physical era. And like, right now, I'm not saying he wouldn't survive, but like, I'm watching it and I'm thinking like what would LeBron do? Like, would he try putting his head down every single time? Or would he be trying to kick out like Michael starts doing later on? And the funny thing is, what gets the Bulls by the Pistons is when Michael Jordan starts passing to his other guys. Starts passing to John Paxson money, starts getting it to Scottie Pippen money. That's when they start finally beating the Pistons. So if LeBron's dishing it out and he's got guys that are actually hitting their shots, I think LeBron's still, still dominant. People think he wouldn't be anything because of the physical defense of back then. That was something I found intriguing. And the other part I found intriguing was the fact that Michael's teammates are actually hitting their open shots. As a LeBron James fan, I'd watched the 2017 Cleveland Cavaliers play absolutely miserably in the finals. Guys like Kyle Korver, Kevin Love missing wide open three. Like, if he had teammates that were hitting, if he had a team that was really just built together like that, maybe we're talking about LeBron James as the greatest player of all time right now. And I will acknowledge I don't think he is. He just did not have this. He was never in an organization just built up like that. If we had LeBron and Wade from their rookie and sophomore years as teammates on, that'd be an equivalent to Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. And see what they would have done. And the NBA was stacked, so you never know. But still, I think about that. And LeBron just did not have that path. And he was not ultimately able to put together a resume the way Michael did with the amazing organization he had around him. To go to the main LeBron-MJ argument, yes, MJ fans, they really think it was all Michael. It just simply wasn't. And the same goes for LeBron, So much of it was LeBron, but he always had those moments, those Kyrie moments, Ray Allen, all the guys doing their thing. They were never like the Bulls, though. At least from what I've seen so far from this documentary, because I can say I didn't watch these series when they happened. But I did see these series where guys were missing wide open shot after wide open shot, not playing defense, and all the blame go on LeBron. The organization structure even is focused on Phil Jackson and how his coaching philosophy made the Bulls the great overall team that they were. LeBron's best coach in his career was Eric Spoelstra. And other than that, I couldn't tell you a time where his team was a system. He had a lot of potential, but a lot of injuries and just holes in the roster they just never filled. The Bulls were an amazing organization. So, hats off. With that being said, my last point in this video would want to be about how I thought it is very interesting how the 80s Bulls, when Michael entered the league, it was like the old NBA. And as his Bulls, propelled the NBA into superstardom, it became the modern NBA by the end of his career in terms of all the press and all the, just everything that was going on, how famous they all were. It was ridiculous. And we don't see teams doing the work in the offseason together like they were doing. They were just the greatest team in arguably sports history. So it was incredible. And I just don't know how today everything gets thrown to one guy, all the credit. It shouldn't be. People thought this documentary would, end the LeBron Jordan argument. And honestly, it kind of does, but in terms of player on court, like, you're starting to see why LeBron fans have a true argument. So that is the LeBron James unbiased as possible reaction to Michael Jordan Last Dance documentary. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. People are just disliking the shit out of my videos for no reason. Fuck you. If you enjoyed it, subscribe. We got more on the way. Have a good one.